Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing our 5th grade curriculum picks recap. Now I mentioned the changes that we made in my planning for the homeschool year video. I'll link it above in case you missed it and you want to see why we changed to the things that we changed to. But I thought that it would be nice to do a recap of everything that I'm using per grade. So if you have a first grader and you missed my last video, then make sure that you go check that out. Today is all about what my 5th grader is using as well as our group subjects. So I'm going to put timestamps down below, and that way you can skip to specific subjects if you're really struggling with choosing one and you want to see what we're using and jumping into it. So we are going to be doing some critical thinking activities this year. I do have one that's going to be one of our group subjects. I'll just show it to you guys now. It is the fallacy detective, and we are going to be doing this as part of our morning basket on occasion. And they talk about different fallacies, what they are, and just getting your child to think outside of the box and think critically about things. And with that, I am going to pair the occasional lesson from critical and creative thinking for, I think I got the books mixed up, but this is not the one. This is for grade 1. I must have accidentally grabbed that instead of the grade 5. But we are going to be using the one for grade 5. If you want to see a flip through of it, then I will try to link one down below if I already have it out. I'm going to be having it come out sometime around this video. And yeah, but the lessons, they are very short, to the point, and I think my son's really gonna love them. They have a lot of like word searches and crossword puzzles and things like that, and he loves those types of activities. Now, the next thing that we are going to be discussing is math. So for math, he is going to be using Math-U-See, and I really love its mastery-based approach. I love that this year he's going to be going all over fractions and then doing a review of addition and subtraction, multiplication, division, perimeters, area, things like that, things that he has already covered, but he is going to master fractions before moving on to the next level and just a different type of math. Now, if you guys saw in that planning for the homeschool year video, you know that we changed to IEW. This year, he is going to be doing structure and style. I wanted to make it fun, and he really wanted to do the fables, myths, and fairy tales. But that one would have required, I think, more teaching on my part. Like, I would have had to watch the videos every single week in order to teach him those lessons. So instead, I figured that just because we have a baby coming and I might not be, you know, where he needs me to be in order to do that type of weekly or like every lesson prep, I figured that it would be better to go with style and structure this year, because the classes or the videos are all from Andrew Pudawa, the creator of IEW, and my son will watch that video himself. I can watch it with him, and then he will go and do whatever lessons he has for the week. And so I thought that that would take some of the weight off of my plate, and then we can also step into IEW before just jumping in head first and doing things all completely kind of like on our own. So I think that that's going to be a really great stepping stone, and then next year we'll probably do the fables, myths, and fairy tales because it does sound fun. I wanted to do it too. To pair with the IEW writing portion, we are going to be doing our very first Fix-It grammar. I have never used this before, but it sounds amazing. It's 4 days a week. It sounds very short and to the point, and I am really looking forward to it. Here is just a quick like glance at their parent guide. If you guys want a review on this one, let me know. Maybe after we've used it for a month or two, I will plan a whole flip through and review of it just to give you guys a look inside and see what we think. To pair with that, we got some of the Fix-It grammar cards. They have all of the rules and things like that, so your child doesn't have to like go and skim back, you know, 50 pages just to get a reminder of what a rule is, they have all of the cards right here for you to look through. And I absolutely love that, because there would be times in our last curriculum where he would run into a spelling rule and neither of us remembered it, and then we'd be searching in the previous pages like, I know we went through it somewhere around here, and it would take longer to hunt down that spelling rule. So I am so glad that they offer cards that you can just have to search for it quickly instead of trying to remember where and what lesson you had learned the rule at. The final thing that we are going to be using from IEW for his writing is the phonetic zoo. He tested into level B, and again, this is not like what their stuff looks like. This is just something that I made on Canva, so don't get the wrong impression. But it's all audios. They'll do spelling tests, and he will listen to a recording that gives him the word, and then he's supposed to write it, and it sounds really fun. It sounds, you know, easy enough, and so I think he's gonna really enjoy it. Here's just a quick lesson, or a quick view of what one of the lessons looks like. It's nothing like, you know, glamorous, but I think that it's to the point, and that's what I want this year, is just stuff that it just gets to the point. There's no fluff. You guys, I keep saying this, but I've especially noticed it, like the older the kids get, the higher levels that they get to, there's more and more fluff, and it drives me crazy. Like, just get to the point and let us move on with our day. Now, the final independent work that he's going to be doing for Bible is More Than Words. I love More Than Words, you guys. I've said it many times before on this channel. If you have not checked it out, you should. It is a wonderful curriculum. My son, so the way that their levels work, I believe their level 1 is for like kindergarten through 4th grade. I could be wrong on the grades. And then I want to say that this one is, no, that's kindergarten through 3rd grade. Level 2 is 4th grade to, I think, like 7th. So it's not you do level 1 and then you jump into level 2, something that, you know, makes sense to people. So I had actually purchased this for him in 3rd grade because he had finished level 1 the year before, and I was thinking, well, it makes sense to go to level 2. However, you don't do that. So don't make my mistake. We did end up doing, I think, like up to the first quarter in this book, but then it was just becoming a little too much. So we took a pause from it. We changed to not consume for a bit. And so this year I thought that it would be fun to finish out our remaining 3 quarters that we did not do. And so he's been really enjoying this, and I love it because he loves this book, so he takes initiative with it, and he'll go and work independently, and I hardly have to remind him to grab this. We usually start Bible at the beginning of the day, and so it's just one of those enjoyable curriculums that you find every now and again, and you're like, I really love this. Sorry, that was my phone. Okay, now to kick off our group subjects. One of our group subjects is going to be Bible because I wanted us to not just, I wanted them to not just have Bible work independently. I wanted us to come together as a family and have family worship time, family Bible, scripture memorization, and things like that. And I know that I mentioned it in my last video, but I am going to have a scripture memorization video coming out. I really need to go find my content planner. Sorry, guys. But I am so excited about that video. So I'm not sure if it would have already played or if it's coming out when I put this video out. But look for that video because it's going to be filled with so many wonderful products if you are looking to add in scripture memorization to your homeschool year, or even just you as a mom, or even just if it's for your kids. There's one company that I'm so like over the moon about because they are being so generous and offering you guys a wonderful deal, and I can't wait to share it. And so we're going to be using that for scripture memorization, and then for our group Bible work, we're going to be using Not Consume's Faithopedia. You guys might have remember I shared this before, and I know I mentioned this in the first grade curriculum, but not everybody watches that because not everybody has a first grader, so I'm just going to mention it again. So we've had this for a while. We got through the first couple of lessons, and then last year just got really hard. I'm not going to go into it because I'll ugly cry. But we ended up falling off track with that. And we just kind of turned to the not consumed Bible studies instead of sticking with the Faithopedia. Not because the Faithopedia was hard or anything. It was just, I had a lot on my plate. And so I'm really excited to dive into it this year. If you want to see a flip through of that, I'm going to link that up here. If there's anything in this video that you want to see a flip through for, I'm going to try to link everything down below that I have flip throughs on. If I forget or miss anything, because pregnancy brain is so very real, you guys, let me know down below if there's something in particular that you're looking for, and I will link it below your comment. The next thing that we are going to be using as part of our morning basket routine is going to be Poetry Memorization by IEW. I'm so excited to work this into our morning basket and go over poetry with the kids. I might even I might attempt poetry tea time again this year. I'm really playing with the idea. We did it our first or second year, but it didn't work out. My kids got so picky on the different teas that we would try, and then it just turned into like hot chocolate all the time. And so I know we could do hot chocolate and poetry, but tea time just sounds so much fancier. No, I'm totally kidding. We just fell off of it, and so I didn't pick it up again. We are going to be doing Spanish this year, and I'm so very excited about that. We are going to be using Masterbooks Academy Spanish. This is just a template that I made on Canva to go for our binder, because you print out the lessons and then you go through the videos either individually or as a family, and you learn Spanish from someone who is more of an adult and knows Spanish than I do. So I'm so excited that it's not just fully on me, and that I can pop a video on. We can sit down, eat lunch, and go over Spanish and learn it that way, instead of me feeling like this overwhelming task of teaching a language that I don't fully know. As far as geography, I had paired U.S. geography with our U.S. history last year, but we didn't end up finishing geography before the end of the year. So we are going to be making our way through the rest of this book and just finishing up, I think probably like the last half of it. We started it in the middle of the year last year, so it's not one of those curriculums that takes forever. I just started it kind of late, and then we didn't finish it. And then once that one's finished, we will be doing Around the World with Picture Books from Beautiful Feet Books. I have a complete review on this one. I will link it down below in case you want to see what some of the lessons look like. But this covers so many subjects. It covers geography, science, history, art, nature study. So you get a lot just from this one curriculum. So if you're looking for something to kind of take things off your plate and have fun with it and learn through books, this is a fabulous curriculum to use, you guys. I absolutely love Beautiful Feet Books. They're probably like my favorite curriculum company for forever. As far as history, that is going to be a group subject. We're going to be using Simply Charlotte Mason's Genesis through Deuteronomy in Ancient Egypt. This is a literature-based curriculum, but it's not like Beautiful Feet Books where they just send you everything. You have to go and like find the books yourself, but it's really nice because they have a book list on their website, and they tell you, they break the books down by grade. So if you're looking for specific grades, you don't have to buy everything. So that's really nice. And they're very short, and this also incorporates Bible work too. So it's, again, one of those curriculums that's kind of a two-in-one, if you will. And then to pair with that, we are going to be doing The Stuff They Left Behind, Ancient Egypt. This is also a study pack from Simply Charlotte Mason that is meant to pair with their history, or that just can be paired with their history. And then as part of our morning baskets, we are going to be doing some picture studies as well from Simply Charlotte Mason. And we are going to be covering Michelangelo, Van Gogh, and Monet. And I have something so fun coming up to show you guys what I'm going to be pairing with some of these, and I think it's going to be really cool. I think this year is going to be a really good year, you guys, as far as curriculum and things like that. Now, our final group subject, if you can call it a group subject, is going to be character and habit training from Simply Charlotte Mason. So it's going to be laying down the rails. I have actually had this probably since 2 summers ago at not this past convention, but the last homeschool convention. They had a wonderful sale going on and you got a convention discount, so I picked up the set. I just recently did a whole flip through, so if this is something that you're interested in using but you're kind of intimidated by it, which I know I was in the beginning, I will link it up here. I show you guys inside the parent guide and the children's guide and how they work together, and I think this is just gonna be like fabulous for teaching your kids good habits and manners and morals and character. And so I'm really excited to use it, and like I mentioned in that video, it's not something that you use just once, you know, for 1 year. It's going to be something that you use year after year after year, because there's so many different habits and character traits in this book. So I'm really looking forward to diving into that and just training my children up in the way that they should go. So what are you using for 5th grade? Is there anything that you're struggling with, any specific subject? I would love to hear what you are using. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and I will see you again later. Bye.